The goats, Tanngrisnir and Tanngnjóstr, are more than just animals. They are the loyal companions of Thor, the Norse god of thunder. These goats are not mere pets, they are a formidable force in their own right. Did you know that Thor could resurrect his goats? Tanngrisnir and Tanngnjóstr are inseparable from Thor's chariot. This chariot is how Thor travels across the sky, bringing storms and rain. The goats are incredibly strong. They pull the chariot with ease, even through the most turbulent storms. The story of how Thor received his goats is fascinating and filled with adventure and kindness. One day, Thor and his friend Loki were traveling through the land of the giants, a place known for its treacherous paths and towering peaks. As night began to fall, they realized they needed a place to stay for the night, somewhere safe from the wild creatures that roamed the land. Fortunately, a kind giant family offered them shelter in their cozy cottage, nestled deep within the forest. The giant family consisted of a father, a mother, and their 2 children, a son and a daughter. The giant father, in a gesture of immense generosity, told Thor that he would give him his children as a gift. These children were no ordinary beings. They were magical goats named Tanngrisnir and Tanngnjóstr, each with unique and powerful abilities. Thor, deeply moved by the giant's kindness, gratefully accepted the gift, knowing that these goats would serve him well. He knew that these goats would be valuable companions on his many adventures, providing both transportation and sustenance whenever needed. One evening, Thor and his companions decided to stop at a quaint village nestled in the Scandinavian countryside. They were weary from their long journey and desperately needed a place to rest and replenish their energy. Thor, always resourceful, decided to cook his magical goats, Tanngrisnir and Tanngnjóstr, to prepare a grand feast for the villagers. He skillfully butchered the goats and placed their meat in a large pot to cook over an open fire, filling the air with a mouth-watering aroma. The villagers, who had not seen such a feast in a long time, were immensely grateful for the bountiful meal provided by Thor. However, among the villagers was a curious young boy named Thialfi, who was particularly fascinated by the magical goats. Driven by his curiosity, Thialfi broke one of the goat bones to suck out the marrow, an act that unknowingly angered the mighty Thor. Despite his initial anger, Thor decided to spare Thialfi and his sister, on the condition that they would become his loyal servants and accompany him on his future adventures. The next morning, Thor used his mighty hammer, Mjolnir, to bless the goat bones scattered on the ground. The hammer, imbued with divine power, crackled with energy as it touched the remains. Miraculously, the goats came back to life, pulling the chariot with renewed vigor as if nothing had happened the night before. Their energy was palpable, and they seemed almost rejuvenated by the experience. However, not everything was perfect. One of the goats now walked with a noticeable limp, a stark reminder of the previous night's events. This unfortunate condition was due to Thialfi, a young servant, who had broken one of the bones while feasting, unaware of the consequences. Thor's goats possessed a unique ability. They could be resurrected every time they were eaten, as long as their bones remained unbroken. This extraordinary gift ensured that Thor always had a reliable source of food and transportation. This remarkable ability gave Thor a never-ending source of sustenance and a means to travel across the realms. The goats were not just animals. They were vital companions in his many adventures. Imagine having the power to bring animals back to life. Such a power would change the very fabric of our existence, altering our relationship with nature and the cycle of life and death. What would the world be like if this were possible? The implications are vast and profound, touching on themes of immortality, sustainability, and the ethical treatment of living beings. Tanngrisnir and Tanngnjóstr, Thor's loyal goats, are symbols of strength, resilience, and the cyclical nature of life and death in Norse mythology. Their story is a testament to the enduring power of myth and legend. Their tale leaves us with a sense of wonder and a curiosity to delve deeper into the fascinating world of Norse mythology, where gods, creatures, and humans intertwine in epic sagas.